Good morning, everyone. So today we are going to discuss about refrigeration and air conditioning in this semester. As the title itself indicates that it is one of the core subjects in mechanical engineering. For example, if you want to go for higher studies, you can take up MTech in refrigeration air conditioning, or if you want to work in refrigeration industry or air conditioning industry. So this subject is highly useful to you. And not only that, it has a lot of opportunities in abroad. For example, if somebody wants to do a job in Saudi or Arab countries, there is a lot of demand for technical people, those who are familiar with refrigeration air conditioning. So nowadays, you might have heard about HVAC, heating, ventilation, and air conditioning, which is a software-based course. So with this refrigeration air conditioning fundamentals, and if you do that HVAC course, you have a lot of opportunities at different parts of the countries with the huge salaries. So let us see the objectives or learning outcomes of this R&D subject. So already in second year level, you have studied about thermodynamics, right? Now in this semester in R&AC, we will see that how these thermodynamic principles are applied in refrigerators as well as air conditioners. So refrigerators and air conditioners, these two are generally in our day-to-day life we have been observing, but how the thermodynamic principles are used in these two, we'll see in this subject. The other objective is that, so we learn the complete knowledge, we'll gain the complete knowledge on various refrigeration methods like ice refrigeration, dry ice refrigeration. There are some methods for that. And in addition to that, some components of refrigerators like compressor, condenser, chiller, freezer boxes, and all other components we'll see. And latest developments also we'll see in this subject. The other object is that we'll get the complete understanding of various AC systems like window AC, split AC, summer AC, winter AC, year-round AC, central AC. Generally, if you go to any bank or like any other somewhat old buildings, you might have observed a window AC, where the AC box is fitted into the window. Half of the box is inside the window and half of the box will be outside the window. That is actually called as a window AC. But nowadays, we have the advanced version, which is called as a split AC. Split AC means we'll divide that entire box into two parts. Cooling part will fix on the wall, sides of the wall, and condenser heating part that will keep on the outside, maybe on the terrace or windshield. That is called the split AC. And summer, winter, year-round AC. So generally in summer we require cooling condition, winter we require heating condition, year-round AC. So throughout the year we maintain a constant temperature. The best example is three-tier AC or two-tier AC. So if you travel in any train, irrespective of season, whether it is summer or winter, you can find always a comfort temperature. That is actually called as a year-round AC. And central AC, like if you go to any shopping mall or any other supermarkets or any theater, where we may not find the boxes individually on the walls, right? So you'll see only the ducts. Even in temples, if you go to Tirumala or any other places like temples, you can see only duct is fixed inside the room, where only chilled air is coming from the room. That is actually called the centralized system. Right? So we'll see all these things in this air conditioning systems. Then practical applications of R&Ds in industries. So after learning these principles, basic principles of refrigeration and air conditioning, how these principles are used in industries. So for example, there is some pulp industry, mango pulp. Generally, companies will take the mango from the farmers and they'll remove the outer layer and they'll take the mango pulp and they'll make it freeze. And with that, they'll prepare the juices, mango juice or some other juices, concentrated juices. And some practical application like manufacturing of ice and preservation of human blood, preservation of kidneys, like heart, medical related applications, and human organ storage application. So there are a lot of applications. All these things you can learn from the subject. And heating, cooling load calculations and designing of various systems. For example, you have an auditorium in our college, let us say. That auditorium we want to convert into some AC auditorium. In that case, if you want to fix the AC, how many number of ACs I have to fit? Generally, you might have heard 2 ton, 3 ton, right? So what is the capacity of AC I require for that? Let us, you want to convert a function hall, you want to convert a theater into a AC theater. In that case, what should be the total capacity of cooling? So in that case, we will calculate how many members are going to sit in that AC room, particular room, and what is the type of furniture is being used, and how much heat is transferred, where exactly that room is available, where at top, I mean terrace, at the bottom, because bottom, I mean ground floor always the heating effect is also somewhat less, right? If you take the top floor, generally heating effect is also high. So we'll consider all the thermodynamics and heat transfer principles, and finally we'll do the calculations, and then finally we'll say, so we want 20 tons of AC in this particular auditorium to provide the cooling effect to all the people. So these are all the practical cases we learn from this R&D subject. So let us see a quick review of the syllabus. In the first unit, you are going to learn about the introduction of refrigeration and air refrigeration system. Introduction means what is the basic definition, how to measure that unit of refrigeration, and some basic principles, how to produce the ice. Right? If you want to produce the ice, how much amount of power is to be supplied to the fridge, all these things we'll see. And second part is air refrigeration. So generally in case of aircrafts, people prefer air refrigeration. So in our fridges, we may use ammonia. In the air conditioner, we may use some other chemical. But whatever be that, in case of aeroplanes, people prefer only air refrigeration. Right? So what for air refrigeration is used, that all the things we'll see in the first unit. And second unit will cover vapor compression refrigeration system. So day-to-day life, that fridge is nothing but PCR system. So in our fridge, we use vapor compression refrigeration system. So we'll see the parts: compressor, condenser, and chiller, freezer, expansion valves. There are some equipment available. So we'll see all those things. In addition to that, in the same unit, we'll see refrigerants and effect on the environment. Refrigerant. Generally, people say that R22, R11. On the condenser box, you might have seen R134A. What is the meaning of it? How they have given the designation, nomenclature for that? That we'll see here. What are the qualities or properties, good requirements of any refrigerants also we'll see in this unit. Then, the other problem with refrigerant is that whenever there is a leakage of refrigerant, it will damage the ozone layer, that is called as a global warming. That also we'll see in the second unit. Then, third unit belongs to vapor absorption refrigeration system. Suppose in our house we have limited food or vegetables, we are using a small fridge. If you want to increase the capacity, generally we go for double door. That is okay. But think of a hotel, some other any plant. So if you think of a hotel where they want to store huge quantity of vegetables and fruits and milk, curd, ice, etc. Right? In that case, they may not use a number of fridges. In that case, we want a big capacity. That big capacity is nothing but the vapor absorption refrigeration system that we'll see. The other topic is called as steam jet refrigeration system. Generally, any power plants or factories or industries, steam is a byproduct. Generally, steam is available at a very, very cheaper price. With the help of that steam also, we can produce refrigeration. That is nothing but the steam refrigeration system. Right? The first three units belongs to refrigeration part, and fourth unit and fifth unit belongs to air conditioning. In the fourth unit, we will see introduction to air conditioning. As I already said, so what is the meaning of ton of refrigeration, how to select the AC, and different types of AC systems. All these things we will learn in the fourth unit. And fifth unit belongs to air conditioning equipment. Means in addition to the basic components, so other devices like blowers, ducts and duct design, humidifier, dehumidifier, expansion valves, pressure, temperature, regulator valves, as well as automatic cutoff valves. All these things we will see in case of this AC equipment. And not only that, air filters, and human comfort and factors. So how we can say comfort air conditioning is provided to human being. So what are the different factors which will influence the human comfort? That also we'll see in case of this particular fifth unit. So this is the overall picture of the syllabus. Now we'll go to the first unit, introduction to refrigeration. So before going to the subject, I want to clarify one small thing. We have a misperception that refrigeration means cooling, but there is a small difference between. Cooling means reduction of temperature of a body or system. It may be conduction or convection. But refrigeration means reduction of temperature of a body lower than the surrounding temperature. So that is the key difference between cooling and refrigeration. Don't get confused with this. Let us take the example. You have a cup of coffee on the dining table, let us say, which is at a temperature of 80 degrees centigrade. Atmosphere is at 30 degrees centigrade. Right? If you don't use a cup of coffee, let us say, if you leave it for 10 minutes, after 10 minutes, you can see that temperature of coffee will decrease. Let us say it is now 60. That is called as cooling. Mean from 80 to 60, the temperature decrease. That is called as a cooling system. Then what is refrigeration? If you cool the coffee below the degree centigrade, as I already said, atmosphere is 30, your coffee is at 80. 80 to 60, 80 to 50, 80 to 40 is called as cooling. But 80 to 20, if you reduce the temperature, then it is called as a refrigeration. So that is the main difference between cooling and refrigeration. Refrigeration always we talk about compared to surrounding temperature. For example, in Madanpalli, if your fridge is maintained at 20, I can say it's a refrigerator. Maybe outside is 30. But if you go to some Kashmir or some other cold countries, if you maintain your fridge temperature at 20, already outside is at 5 degrees centigrade, it is no more called as a refrigerator. Right? If your fridge is at -5, -10, then I can say it's a refrigerator. So that is the meaning of refrigerator. Refrigerator, always we take the reference of atmosphere or outside or surrounding temperature. Now we'll see the correct definition for refrigeration. So it is a method of reducing temperature of a system below the surrounding temperature and maintain it at a lower temperature. So this is one more point. Not only reduction of temperature, we have to maintain. For example, throughout the day, I want to keep my refrigeration box at 20. Throughout the day, I want to put AC temperature 20 means it has to maintain. Not only reduction, it has to maintain. Then what is a refrigerator? It is a device or system used to maintain low temperature below surrounding temperature within the required space. So once you close the fridge door, that is called a required space. Once you close the door, then it is called the air conditioning space. In that space, you want to maintain low temperature. That is the meaning of this. Then, what is the basic principle of refrigeration? How does it work? With this diagram, you are already familiar in your thermodynamics. So once again, let us say we'll see in brief. So this is a low temperature reservoir. This is a high temperature reservoir. This is source and this is called a sink. Right? At the center, let us say you are fixing a refrigerator, means compressor motor. Right? Once you switch on the fridge, power goes to compressor. Then this compressor will take the heat from the low temperature reservoir. Think that this is your fridge box where you have stored the fruits, vegetable or water, milk, whatever. From this room, refrigerator will take the heat and then it will throw to the outside. Excuse me. Yeah. So this high temperature reservoir is nothing but backside of fridge you can see some tubes, set of tubes. That is called as a condenser. From the condenser, heat will go to the outside. So refrigeration air conditioning used to cool products or building environment. What is COP? So it is the ratio of cooling effect or refrigeration effect to the work supply. How much amount of cooling we will get in the fridge, how much amount of power we have supplied. The ratio of these two is called as the COP of the system. So COP equal refrigeration effect divided by work input to the compressor. COP is also known as EER, energy efficiency ratio. So let us, if you find some time, whenever you go to any ATM, you try to observe stickering on AC. You can find 3-star or 5-star like that, right? On the same sticker, you can find this EER, energy efficiency ratio or energy performance ratio. And general after that, you can see BEE, Bureau of Energy Efficiency India. So our Bureau of Energy Efficiency India will give the star rating for refrigerators as well as the air conditioning system. Nowadays, you can see even for TVs also you can see consumption of power. So every device, even for geysers also, you can see the star rating. That star rating will be given by BEE of India. So here you can see one of the stickers. So these are power saving guide. So you can see this type of star rating, and you can see this number here. So this is energy efficiency. They have given EER, energy efficiency ratio, watt divided by watt. So they have given some number. How this number came? Now we see the specifications. Application type RAC split AC. Brand means company Samsung. Model year, there will be some model for that. Cooling capacity, watt they have given 5000 watts. Power consumption 1560 watts. Variable speed compressor, no. And heat pump is also no. Right? No. So this is given by the BW. Now how we got this 3.21 number? Now we'll see. As per our definition, COP equal to refrigeration effect divided by power consumption, right? Now COP, what is the cooling capacity here? You can see that 5000. And then what is the power consumption here? 1560. If we divide these two, then we get 3.21, which is called as this particular skill rating. So because it is giving approximately around 3, then they have given star rating. That means here you can say power consumption is slightly more. You can see one more. Here by just looking at the number, here number is increased 3.35. So in the previous one, it was 3.21. Now it is 3.35. Here also same. They will calculate like this. So its cooling capacity is 5275. Its power consumption is 1575. Ultimately, you get 3.35. So more the number of ER, more will be the star ratings. Means it indicates that it will consume less power, it will provide more amount of cooling. So according to that, they'll fix. So technically, we should be strong at all this calculation. So normal people generally, once they go to the shop, they'll talk about the star rating. But being a mechanical student, you should know that. So what is the meaning of ER, how it is being calculated. That is the most important thing required in case of this particular star ratings. Then, generally, if you go to any AC shop to purchase AC, we call it as I want 1 ton AC, 2 ton AC, 3 ton AC. What is the meaning of that? Now we'll see. Generally, refrigeration is measured, means unit of refrigeration is expressed in terms of ton of refrigeration. What is the meaning of ton of refrigeration is, it can be defined as the amount of refrigeration effect produced by the uniform melting of 1 ton of ice from an and at 0 degree centigrade 24 hours. In simple, so take 1 ton of ice, keep it in a room, corner, let us say. Then, so once hot air is touching this particular ton of ice, what will happen? Slowly this ice starts melting. At the same time, so whatever hot air which is touching this ice cube automatically will be cool, then you'll get the cool air. That means in a room, if you keep 1 ton of ice, because of melting of 1 ton of ice, how much amount of cooling effect you get, that is the meaning of 1 ton of refrigeration. In simple, if you fix 1 ton of AC in one room, if you keep 1 ton of ice, both will give the same cooling effect. That is the meaning of ton of refrigeration. In other words, let us say, try to see this picture here in an easy way. Suppose this is a fridge box. At the top of the fridge box, you have kept ice block of 1 ton, let us say, and there is a provision for drain for melting ice. Once this ice is melted, any water will go out, just like our fridges. Now try to see there is no compressor or electrical supply. Now, so when it will melt, there are some products here, put at the bottom. There are some provisions of holes, like cold air will fall like this, right? So this heat will be absorbed by the ice cube. Once this heat is absorbed by the ice cube, ice starts melting, this water will go out. This cooling effect is given here. So that is the meaning of 1 ton of AC or 1 ton of AC of cooling system. So practically, for the purpose of calculations, generally there are some constant values here. 1 ton of refrigeration equal to 3.5 kilojoule per second. What is the meaning of this value is that if you fix 1 ton AC in your bedroom, let us say, that particular AC, in 1 second, it will remove 3.5 kilojoules of heat. In 1 minute, it will remove 210 kilojoules of heat. In 1 hour, if your AC is working, 1 ton AC is working, in 1 hour, it will remove 12,600 kilojoules of heat from this room. That is the meaning of 1 ton of AC. So next class, we will see the applications of refrigeration. Okay, thank you.